I want the Champions League. I'll say that I want the Champions League, but I would say next season. Let's say if we don't win the Champions League this season, next season is more. But I think it's more vital
that you
that
retain.
we retain the Premier League because I've always said, your league is your bread and butter. You
Yeah.
dominate your league, the Champions League will come. Obviously, Arsenal, I think we're going to break 90 points this season. Um, Second, I'm going to put, I'm going to put Chelsea second. They'll have a good end to the season. Obviously, everyone else is going to be tired in Europe and everything. So Chelsea second, Liverpool third, um, Man City fourth, Tottenham fifth. This league has to be wrapped up in April. It has to be
It-
wrapped up in April.
It's it's
Um,
it's fair.
yeah, I'm not. I can try. I'm just going by what I see. I'm not being overconfident or anything. It's just what I see right now. Take full advantage. And if he doesn't, the only reason that he stays is because he won the league the season before, and I don't want to be that sacking team like that because that's a slippery slope. But if by let's say the following December we're not top of the league, clear by 10 points, then yeah, he'd have to go.
You say the
And and
bandits are
that's
coming
how we
back.
should that's how we should operate. That's how, as a big club in dynasty era, that's how we should operate because this is literally a dynasty era. We've got about 4 to 5 years to really stake our claim, get those trophies up, get those numbers up, and then see where we are at the end.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Nights at the Round Table discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. People, I told you, as soon as the football season came back, these men will come crawling out of the woodwork. But the truth has decided to bless us with his presence. So, what you telling me, fam?
As a champion, I thought it's my duty, it's my sworn duty, yeah, to do represent my team, represent the champions, for the curtain raiser, as you couldn't have the show without me appearing here. Okay, so it was my sworn duty to be here. My fans needed me. Everyone wanted to hear from me. I am the truth. I'm gonna drop some bombs today, so yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. I'm glad to be back on the show, and let's get it going.
I'm just gonna hate all of this, but it is always good to have the truth on. So I'm not gonna say too much, but it's always good to have the truth on. But people, yep, as the truth said, curtain raiser, going to be talking about the charity shield that took place today, and we're going to be looking ahead to the Premier League season starting next what no, on Friday. Yeah,
Friday,
Friday.
yeah,
You lot kick it off on Friday.
yeah.
So we're going to be getting into obviously the challenges, top four, even some of the relegation. And this is the first show of three leading up to the Premier League starting. So you lot are in for a treat. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say at the time, share, share, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Obviously, there's only one place to start, and that is with Arsenal, the champions. How much you not win the league by? Was it 8 points you won the league by?
7.
7 points
Yeah.
winning the league last season at a could we say it was out of cancer really. Let's be honest. I mean,
Nah, I wouldn't account for.
it was out of
It was
cancer.
the most
It,
pressurized league win
oh my
ever.
days, bro.
Most pressurized league win ever. There was so much pressure on us.
There was pressure on you because of how much you failed
Yeah,
before.
that's what I'm
But
saying. Yeah,
in terms of the overall picture, obviously we've seen it go down to the wire. I think obviously, what was it 2 seasons ago? You went down to the wire with City, and when they won it on the last day,
yeah,
them and Liverpool going back and the 2 times that City won it and by a point with Liverpool on the last day. So there's been higher pressurized Premier League title races, but just because it had been 22 years since you lot had won the league, and obviously if you lot would have failed last season, boy, I don't know what you lot would have done. But you got over the line, and that is the most important. aspect of it. But truth, let's just go to obviously what happened today in the Charity Shield. I know people go on, it's a glorified, friendly, and whatnot, but it is the curtain raiser. Um, you want to win this to prepare yourself going into the new season. It was a 3-0 win. I think it was it the, I think it's the fastest goal in the Charity Shield.
Yeah,
24
fastest goal.
seconds coming from Calafiori. And then Havertz scored the second, and Odegaard scored the third. But truth, just from you, from what you saw, obviously you've been watching Arsenal pre-season. What do you take from this? Not only this game, but pre-season in general. What are you taking from this as you look forward to the new season? Do you see this as things to come in terms of a more attacking style from Arteta, or are you still a little bit skeptical as to how your team is going to perform in the new season?
So our preseason has been a mixed bag, but I was relatively happy in terms of I don't before when you're let's say you have a poor season.
Mm,
It's important to have a amazing preseason to get the fans on side, to get the confidence flowing in the players. So I've been there when you had a poor season. Preseason becomes bigger than really big. But I've seen preseasons from City, Liverpool, in the last few years where they haven't looked great and they're trying new things. They're playing certain players. Players are just easing their way back to fitness because that's all preseason really is. And
yeah,
we're in that position now where preseason doesn't really mean a lot to us. But the English Super Cup, that I'm gonna call it,
bruv, if let's stop it,
the
stop
English
it.
Super Cup was the opportunity for us to really show can we switch it on and off at switch it on at a moment's notice, and it's exactly what we did, and that's what really impressed me. I know as people said it's a friendly whatever. I don't live by that. Okay, I don't live by that. This is when the two top teams are going for it. Okay, let's say the FA Cup winners was somebody else, further down the league, then yeah, it's literally a friendly. But when you're the two top teams going for it, and I know you remember Fergie versus Wenger days,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when Arsenal and Man United were going for it, it wasn't a friendly.
Nah,
It was to set the marker down in terms of what's going to happen for the season. And that's the way I treated it this year. I wanted to set the marker down. City beat us twice last season. Let's really show them that there's levels, and that's
did they?
exactly what we did. Huh?
Oh, in the cup final and then in
Yeah,
the
cup
league.
final,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then they
yeah,
beat us.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so they beat us last season. So you know, I really want to set that marker down this year. Show there are levels. Show that we're a different team, and I did want them. It's going to give them a bit of doubt in their head.
Yeah.
I know some of the players are going to have that doubt now. There's no Rodri as we've seen. Rodri's going to go. Here we go. There's no Bernardo Silva. There's no Kevin De Bruyne for the first time in how long? Those are
That's
out of
crazy.
those three, we're talking about mentality monster in terms of Rodri and Bernardo Silva in terms of getting that team galvanized. In KDB, moment of magic at a switch. Okay. John Stones, locker room, everything. So losing all of that, they're gonna find it very difficult to replace it. Um, and so for them, I know they're in the mindset where it's like, oh no, we're City, we can turn it on at any notice. It's not the same City. It's not Pep to do that.
Nope.
And they should have gone into this game with more, well, let's set the marker down. Arsenal beat us to the title. Let's show them that we're still here. And I think they missed the trick having such a limp performance. We took advantage. We did what we needed to do. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm pleased.
No, listen, look, at the end of the day, I don't blame you lot for being happy. I mean, obviously, I think you lost the Emirates Cup to Dortmund, and then there was a draw against Como that went to penalties. But as you said, when you're champions, it's just like pre-season. And obviously, we got to factor in, obviously, players coming back from the World Cup. So
Mm,
everyone's at different levels. So
yeah,
it makes sense. But I think the manner in which you lot beat City today
yeah,
is obviously impressed you, but scares the rest of the league
yeah,
because even though Pep's gone and you said all those players, I think before this game everyone would have had this you two and City again because obviously Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs or everyone's in transition, no Pep and
Yeah,
whatnot. But the fact that you lot dispatched of City so easily as well, City didn't look like they were in the game at all.
yeah,
Um, it's concerning for the rest of the league, but for you lot, it just gives you that confidence, and that's why I was saying
yeah,
in the group that it's just a case of it just told me what I already knew about you lot retaining. You're settled. All the players know their jobs. You've added the quality of Bruno Guimaraes. I would assume that your window isn't done yet. I know there's a couple areas that you're looking to strengthen in.
yeah.
And yeah, I think the rest of the league is on notice that you lot are going to try. I think what did they say? I don't think you lot have retained the league since like 1935 or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Something crazy like that. So it
Mm,
just tells the league, look, you lot thought that it was a fluke. You lot are trying to come with this negativity that, oh yeah, it's Arsenal. They're not going to be able to do it twice. We're here to
yeah.
show you lot that yeah, we are going to do it. Um, Dream, I just want to get your perspective. Obviously, it is. Oh no, sorry, it's Bruno Guerrero and the new you. Who's the new you on the right?
Solace,
Yeah, he looked
Crystal
looked
Solace.
looked tidy today.
Yeah, he's what I really like about him is that I don't really care about goals in the other leagues. If you score loads of goals in the other league, most of the time, a lot of the time, it's a thing where because it's a lesser league,
Yeah.
you can score those goals. I was more impressed with his assists because for you to get assists, at least tells me you've got some good IQ and you've got good techers in terms of your weight of pass. You've got good scanning, you've got good vision, good decision making. Your assist tells me a lot more. And he's got a ridiculous, ridiculous assist rate. In fact, I think he's got some ridiculous records where it's 30 plus games. He's gone with a GNA
Yeah.
in in a row. Like it's crazy.
Mad.
Like continuing even now. So that told me a lot about him. And he's literally for me a like for like replacement for
Trossard.
Trossard.
Mm.
And it's a thing where Trossard gave us clutch moments and was more technical ability than Solis, but Solis is going to give us that output. He is going to give us those numbers. His delivery is on point. His decision making is on point. He's good without needing to be special. Like
Mm.
he's literally what you need on that side. He will come in. He'll do a perfect job. If someone's not playing, let's say we do sign a star. If someone's not playing, you won't miss him. He's gonna, I think he's gonna come in clutch for us. I think it's a very, very shrewd, good signing. Um, and he connects well. He connects well already with the team. Calafiori, him, and Miles were running the show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That and obviously the whole thing of selling Miles Lewis Skelly. I
Yeah,
know a
that
lot of
was.
Arsenal fans were
Mm,
not happy about that. It didn't make
yeah,
sense to me. I know we were linked. I personally didn't want him, and it's not because I don't rate him. I like Miles Lewis Skelly, but
yeah,
our problems. I need a centre midfielder and a left back, not one
mm,
person to do two jobs.
yeah,
Um, but truth, what do you not need to add? What you're looking at the team, and I look at this, and I looked at it from last season. I was like, you got two in every position. What do you need to add? And I I think I'm thinking more in terms of the Champions League. What is it that
yeah,
you lot? What's the player that you lot need that can get you over the line? Because I personally, I think that Bruno Guimaraes is great for a couple of reasons. Because obviously, I expect your midfield to be Rice, Bruno, and Odegaard. But I think he gives you that chance to
flexibility.
rest Rice a lot more
Yeah,
with
yeah,
him in the
for sure.
team. I don't think you could, and
Yeah,
obviously with Lewis Skelly as well. And if you're going to play
yeah,
him in the midfield, rest Rice more. Bruno can rest the rotation. Obviously, you still got
yeah.
Zubamendi, you still got Mikhail Marino.
Mm.
Obviously, you got Saka and that rubbish guy on that side. Obviously, Martin Kelly saying he's not leaving. But what do you not need? Obviously, the disappointment of the Vinicius Junior. I personally never thought it was going to happen. I believe that Real Madrid did to you what they do to us often,
Yeah.
where players use us to get a new contract. But what is it you're looking for? What is it that you're looking for to say, yeah, all right, cool. I'm not going to fear this PSG side that are going for a free-peat. I'm not going to fear this rejuvenated Real Madrid or Barcelona. If we get this player in this position, that's going to put us on the mountaintop.
So I believe I'm gonna have something very unpopular here. As much as it was exciting in terms of Vinny, I don't rate Vinny
I,
like that.
I know you don't.
I don't rate Vinny like I like him. He's a baller, but I just don't. I think he suits Real Madrid and Spain to a T. I don't see him coming to England and being the baller that we think he is. And he isn't this player that people think that's going to win a game for you. He's not going to win a game for you. He relies a lot on good service, as we've seen. He relies a
Mm,
lot on players around him, which he's seen. I want a special player. So for me, I'm looking at more a Kvaratskhelia, someone that can create something out of nothing.
mm.
Get a chance, edge of the box, create something. Champions League final.
Yeah,
Yeah. His quick thinking, 1-2, in behind, got the penalty. He
yeah,
got them back in that. He got them back in that game, single-handedly. Because PSG, if they
yeah.
played outside, they weren't going to score
Yeah.
unless it was something like that. So Kvaratskhelia has, and we saw him do it in the
Oh,
whole of the Champions
she's
League.
frozen.
Huh?
Oh, he's back now.
Oh, sorry, that feels
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, no, yeah. So Kvaratskhelia, I want to play like that, and the only player that comes close is your guy,
Who?
Yildiz.
Oh, here's me thinking, who in Man United? I was like, hey, if you're talking about Rashford, we listen. We can talk business.
Nah, nah,
Listen, 25
nah.
mil, 25
You,
mil.
you know what? For 25 mil, I'll take him. I'm not gonna lie. 25 mil for Rashford, I'll take him. That's decent money.
Nah, bro,
25 mil.
we got Yildiz signed. We got Yildiz signed. He's staying,
So
bro. He's staying.
he's the only player I've seen him, and his feet just reminds me of a Kvaratskhelia. He doesn't have the
Mm,
acceleration,
nah,
but his feet, yeah, I know
yeah.
he does acceleration, but his feet in and around the area, he can make things happen. He reminds me of Ahleb, Alexander Ahleb, in terms of how quick his feet are getting out of tight areas. So I think he's the only person that I would even think about adding. But I know it's gonna take. I know you guys say that he's not for sale because he's your franchise player, but without Champions League football, surely 100 mil bid.
Don't remind me about the Champions League. They piss me off till this day with that shite, bro. Honestly, so I can't get both my teams in the Champions League. I don't think I've seen both my teams in the Champions League. I think it's like 21 or 22 or
Oh,
something like
man.
that.
I thought I
Like,
said they lost played each other or something as well.
that's the biggest joke. It's not even funny, man. But no, if someone came in with a 100 mil bid, I think we
Yeah.
definitely have to consider it. But it'll be a little bit more difficult now. We've lost Vlahovic, even though we're trying. We got. Why did we get? Don't
Wait,
get me
Vlahovic,
started
is
on
he
Kolo
gone?
Muani, huh?
Is he injured or gone?
Vlahovic, he's signing for Besiktas.
Oh, flipping, I didn't even know that. Vlahovic was a waste of a strike, but anyway, I digress. So yeah, only someone that yield is for me someone that improves our team.
Mm,
Me personally, I want to upgrade on Madueke, but we haven't upgraded on Madueke. I will play Manreri, I'll play Diamond over there instead of Madueke. Um, Up front, I'll yes, it's like between Havertz, Gyökeres, and Marino, we we got it covered. Like, it is what it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, we could go out and get one striker that could do all three of the roles, but sharing the goals around three strikers, is what it is.
Mm,
They're there for the time being. So on that left is someone, but as I said, Solis is more than functional. But as you said, it comes down to Champions League. Champions League comes down to moments, and what do we need? A moments player that can win a game for you. At this moment in time, it's on Yildiz, and that's it.
fair,
That's it.
fair dues. Yeah, I'm not sanctioning that unless 150 million personally. But yeah, because I was just thinking about it, and I'm just thinking, you're not being link with people. Obviously,
Yeah.
Bruno Guimaraes was the one, but anything else, I'm just like, yeah, it's just a little bit wishy washy. It's just, yeah, people are just putting it out on the internet. There's no one there,
Yeah.
so but and I think it will take a case of you'd have to sell Martin Kelly to then go and get someone else. You can't
Yeah,
go
yeah,
and
for
get
sure.
someone else and then have the
Yeah,
three of them. It's not going to work.
yeah.
But truth, obviously, the last time before the season that you were on here, or was it midway, something like that? You said it was quadruple or nothing. You didn't get the quadruple. What is it this year? What obviously what is it? What's five? Was it quintuple? Is
Quintuple,
quintuple? Because obviously you didn't.
quintuple. We
You're
started.
including the charity shield.
Yeah,
Is it that or Arteta out?
quintuple or bus, bro. Quintuple or bus. But look, I'll allow him. We can do the quadruple without the Champions League. Actually, no, no, no.
Nah. So, truth, because Mr. KA posed this question to me, even though I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'm going to pose it
Yeah,
to you because we had a conversation before this when we wrapped up the season, and
yeah.
he asked me, he had a conversation. He was like, "Which one will be more important, retaining the Premier League or winning the Champions League?" And I'm like, "It has to be the Champions League. It's the one stick that you lot are continuously beaten with, as you
I
can see
know, I know.
from cooking with Rash, right? It's the one stick that people continuously beat you lot with, and I
Yeah, I
think
know.
obviously in an ideal world you want to do both, but if
Yeah.
it's one or the other, I personally think it has to be the Champions League. Is that your thought process? Is obviously going to be we're doing both, but if it comes down to one or the other, which one are you picking?
I want that. I think it's selfish for me to want the Champions League just so other people can't say anything.
No, but you want
Um,
the Champions League because you want the
I do,
Champions
I do,
League.
I do, I do, I do want that big ears. And to be honest, you're looking at now being kind of the perfect opportunity, kind of because just of where we are at. It's a hard one because for me, Madrid are gonna be a prob. No, I don't think Madrid are gonna be a problem
They
right now.
can be a problem if they get
They
it.
can
Oh
be a
no, but it's
problem.
Maureen, isn't it?
Yes, it's Maureen. If they got Rodri, Madrid would have been a massive problem.
Oh, that would have changed. That would have changed the game.
Yeah, that would have been a game
I,
changer.
I personally believe even with Rodri at Barca,
Yeah.
because of Hansi Flick's Ange
Yeah,
ball, yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Rodri's gonna make a difference. Nah, that line is too high, bro. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that's what I'm saying.
It's too high. It's too high.
Bro, I'm just like, if Rodri went to Real Madrid with the way how Maureen's gonna set up,
Yeah,
friggin' hell, bruv.
that'd have been.
That would have been
I
him because it would have been him, Valverde, and Bellingham in that midfield.
I don't understand. Yeah, like I obviously we digress, but we'll
Mm,
get back to it. But I don't understand why Madrid went all out for Vinicius. Yeah, I believe that if you're getting Diamande, you are saying anyway that Vinicius, we can exchange you for somebody else. You got Gula on the right. You got Rodrigo that's gonna come back. You've obviously got Mbappe.
yeah,
I'm like, of all people you can sacrifice Vinicius for Rodri. But they sacrificed Rodri for Vinicius, which I don't understand.
I think that I don't think it was a thing of sacrificing Rodri for Vinicius. I just think that they couldn't let Vinicius go. I think the whole point of Diamande is going to find out he's going to be playing a lot of his games on the right hand side. I
Yeah,
think this is the replacement for Rodrigo. I know he's injured, but I
yeah,
think that's what it ultimately is. Is that next season they're gonna sell on Rodrigo and try and recoup the money, part of the money that they spent on Diamande.
yeah,
But you had to go for Rodri. You had to
yeah,
because
yeah.
I think what he would have given them, obviously, still, I think there's other players that they still need more because they need that controller and passer in the midfield. That's what they
Well,
was.
Rodri could have done that.
He,
Rodri,
he,
not
he
obviously the extent of Modric or
yeah,
Cruz, but as when you see him for City, he's not just someone he's not
yeah.
just a destroyer. He
Mm,
can get in that ball and he will keep it ticking, and that's what makes him so good. And as you said, in that Mourinho system, he would have been perfect. So as you said, so getting back to the Arsenal thing,
mm.
so Madrid are still not where they should be because of that. I said Roger would have been different. Barcelona, even with Roger with that high line, we still don't know how that's gonna play. Bayern Munich. I every year I'm gonna worry about them less. Kane is getting a year older. Diaz is gonna be a year older. Diaz is like 30, nearly 31 now. He's gonna be a year older. And I don't rate buying as much as other people do yet. Like that midfield, that defense.
Yeah, that their defense is what worries me. Like those centre backs,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, they're not good
exactly.
enough to win you a Champions League.
Yeah.
They're not.
And
Even
even their fullbacks are not great.
I think a fit Alfonso Davis makes a difference, but they need a right back. No, no, but they get no
Davis is not the same.
That Brown you's a left back, isn't it? That
Yeah,
they got.
yeah,
Yeah, they need a right back. They
yeah.
desperate. They haven't had a right back since. Philip Lahm.
That's mad.
I'm
That's
actually
crazy.
probably I'm sitting there thinking about it. They haven't
No,
even got
who was their right back in 2020?
remember, Lahm went from right back to left back to right back to midfield, and then they put
No,
Kimmich
that
at
was
right
2000,
back.
but 2020 when they won the Champions League. I can't remember who their right back was.
Oh, mate.
I have to go over it.
Yeah, I'd have to research that. But yeah,
Yeah.
they haven't. But yeah, but I hear you when you look at it, and obviously you got PSG, but they don't start their season till February. But they're going they're going for a three-peat, and they're strengthening as well. So I think
Yeah.
PSG is still going to be the
Yeah,
marker.
PSG are still going to be there as long as that league keeps on. Their league, that PSG for me, their league is going to make them be favorites for the Champions League because come February, their players are just, they're just fresh. I couldn't believe the stats when you hear that Kvaratskhelia like only started like 10 league games, then
He
Bele
was
only
injured a
played
lot
like
though.
10
He was
league
the
games.
first half of the season. He was injured quite
Yeah,
for a while.
injured. These guys, they're not in like they're not playing. I think only Vitinha and Neves play the most. But the way they play football, they're on the ball most of the time. Them playing 40 games is nothing. Compare that with the majority of our players that Rice by himself played 55 games,
Mm.
10 more than Vitinha or Neves. Like it's crazy. So they're gonna be favorite. So like I want the Champions League. I'll say that I want the Champions League, but I would say next season, let's say if we don't win the Champions League this season, next season is more, but I think it's more vital
That you
that
retain.
we retain the Premier League because I've always said, your league is your bread and butter. You
Yeah,
dominate your league, the Champions League will come. Man City dominated their league, the Champions League came. Liverpool started to dominate the league in terms of being the top two, the Champions League came. Um, United dominate the league will come. Chelsea are an outlier. Chelsea are an outlier in terms of, them winning it, finishing fourth, finishing sixth, and then finishing fourth. We can't use them as a thing. My thing is once you dominate your league, if we win the league again, that tells me we are in our dynasty era.
mm,
And then that Champions League will come in this dynasty. That's the way I think about it. I wouldn't want to sacrifice the league for a Champions League this year. Give me both or give me the league.
fair. It's a fair point, and I think considering how the league is right now, I think you not winning the league would be at worse than if you didn't win it last season, just because of how the league is. I know there's a
Yeah,
little bit of an unknown, but you think about the fact that you guys are the settled team, settled
yeah,
manager, and all of that, and everyone else is trying to figure out what they're going to be, what the team's going to be, and what they're going to be
yeah,
looking at. I think
yeah.
it would be really bad for you lot if you didn't win the
I
league
think it'll
this
be
season.
like I'm not as much as I banter and I only put us as fourth favorites for the league this year. I still caveat with the fact that it's literally what you said. There's loads of unknown factors. Chelsea are massive unknown.
I
They
think they're
could
going
go
to
on
do
a
well.
run.
Pains me to say.
Yeah, they can go. They can look. They can go on a run, but that can happen with anyone in football. United getting third last year, it can happen. Tottenham, they can put results together and challenging. But I just believe it's not just it's just not our team, our first 11 that makes us favorites. It's
No, it's
the
the
fact
depth.
that it's the depth that I really like. And so we can afford to go in multiple competitions. And it's not a massive drop off. We can have a midfield of Rice, Gomes, and Odegaard, and then have another midfield of Gomes, Lewis Skelly, and Eze. It's not that much of a drop off. You know, we can swap Gyökeres, Havertz, Marino up front. Not much of a drop off. Yes, Madueke is a drop off, but against the smaller teams, he's not that much of a drop off. And then if he's really bad, we can put Darman out there. We can put Nani out there if he's staying. Um, left wing, obviously we still got work to do in that area. Defense again. Today, did it even look like we missed Saliba?
Nah,
So
and I've always seen. Listen, when I saw, obviously, I know it's preseason, but I personally still say if I see Ben White and Mosquito on that right hand side of the fence, I don't care who you are. If you can't get at them, then you shouldn't be playing football. Because
but nobody
you
can.
but you know the
Nobody
seaside.
can.
I don't rate the seaside. No, because Cavill was giving the Seaside Sender us a hard time.
Who?
Cavill, I can't say his name.
Oh, Kavika. No, but Kavika is special. Like
I
there's
know
no
you have to
other
be,
special players in the
but
league.
I've seen people get at Ben White, but just they
That
don't do
was
it
an
often.
unfit.
Timber, I understand. Timber
Yeah,
is bro. I love Timber, and that it pains me, bro. I still hate the fact that we got Martinez instead of Timber. And
yeah,
like, so when I see Timber, I'm just like, it's just long. It's
yeah,
long for everybody. But when I see Ben White and Mosquito, like you have to be able to get at them. But
yeah,
I think your overall defensive structure, listen. There's a reason why Ray has kept the Golden Glove 3 seasons in a row. Trying to get
yeah,
at you lot is the most difficult thing to do. Even I know that game at Emirates, obviously, and what we did. That's just, bruv, it's just one of them games. But when you
yeah,
look at it on its entirety, getting at you lot is very, very difficult.
yeah.
Um, but truth, what happens, because these things can happen.
Yeah.
You don't win the league, you don't win the Champions League. What are we then looking at for Arteta if he doesn't retain the league and doesn't win the Champions League, but
You know what?
comes out
It
with a League Cup?
it pains me to say because I was adamant last year and he did do it because it actually panned out the exact way I said it. I said by November we need to be 5 points clear, which he was. I know the gap came back down after that in January, but we didn't relinquish the league until we had that little wobble in May. But that was only like one game and then we're back on top of the league and he did go and win the league. I wanted more, but that bought him some time. That did buy him some time. I think I think if he's not going to win the league this year or the Champions League, it will go back to square one where we were last season, where he will have until December in the next season to because so it's I want to be pessimistic in terms of, you know, anything can happen and anything, but I don't think United have done enough.
No.
City losing Pep is going to have
Yep.
some growing pains. I thought they were going to start off on fire, but let's see. I know things may get a bit itchy if there's a few draws and there's a few losses in the first 10 games. Liverpool, they haven't done enough.
Well, like we'll get to them, but they haven't got enough. They
Yeah,
haven't got
I don't
enough.
think they've got enough. They've got quality still, but let's see if they put that all together. I think they'll struggle to put everything all together. Chelsea have made good signings, but I don't know if they're ready for a league push. They might. Chelsea already said they're the mystery one. They're the
Yeah,
mystery one. I don't like three at the back, so let's see if Alonso is able to do that. And then that's it. Like I don't. The teams that we normally struggle against are weaker this year. Bournemouth are weaker. They've lost their
Newcastle.
manager.
Newcastle.
Newcastle are awful. I think we've done the double over them anyway, so they were
Yeah,
one
last
last year.
season. Yeah,
Yeah, but both games were a struggle. Both games, the thing is, were a nightmare. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna be issue. Um, I can't think of anyone else that we used to struggle
Villa.
against.
Villa normally cause you a lot of problems.
Villa,
I know you beat them at home, but obviously the away game and the season
yeah.
before, like there's a couple of times where they cause you problems. But again, they are
Villa have
weaker.
lost Tillemans. They've lost Rodgers.
Yeah, they're
Onana's
weaker,
out for a while.
and they bought in crap Nacho, so they're definitely weaker.
Yeah, so so barring, I'm gonna say it now, barring significant long-term injuries, and I'm talking about multiple injuries in multiple places at a time. Uh, yeah, this league has to be wrapped up in April. It has to be
It-
wrapped up in April.
It's it's
Um,
it's fair.
yeah, I'm not. I can try. I'm just going by what I see. I'm not being overconfident or anything. It's just what I see right now. Take full advantage, and if he doesn't, the only reason that he stays is because he won the league the season before, and I don't want to be that sacking team like that because that's a slippery slope. But if by let's say the following December we're not top of the league, clear by 10 points, then Yeah, he'd have to go,
You say the
and
Van
that's
are
and that's
coming
how we
back.
that's how we should operate. That's how, as a big club in dynasty era, that's how we should operate because this is a literally a dynasty era. We've got about 4 to 5 years to really stake our claim, get those trophies up, get those numbers up, and then see where we are at the end.
It's fair. It's fair. Listen, there's nothing wrong with Arsenal fans being confident when you look at everything. If Pep was still in the league, yeah, we're having a slightly different conversation, but
Yeah.
he's not. So it's just like, yeah, Arsenal fans have a lot to be excited about, especially after what happened in the Charity Shield.
Hmm.
But when we look at the contenders, truth, move on from Arsenal, we look at the contenders. City losing Rodri. I know we touched on it, but I said to you in the group chat earlier, I was like, City lose Rodri, they're in serious problems. You got
Yeah.
Mascara, new manager, trying to come in after Pep. It's the same thing as trying to come in after Fergie.
Mm.
Like it's a poison chalice.
Yeah.
And he's got to pick this team up and get them going again. And he's now lost their their most influential player, and probably you could put him up there as their best player
Yeah.
in
Easily.
Rodri. 64 million to Barcelona has been sanctioned. As you said, Bernardo Silva's gone. Obviously, KDB went the season before. John Stones is gone now. What do you think of City? I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the most vulnerable I think City are gonna be since the Pellegrini era. I know they won the league the first season, but the second season didn't go as well. But I had them as your challengers, but now I don't know what to think of them, even though I know they've still got quality.
It's it's They've got quality, but let's put it as like, as a whole. They're one whole. Their quality is balanced by the fact that Pep's such a massive factor, like such a massive factor when you're the greatest ever manager in terms of tactics, in terms of knowledge, know-how, his style of play. It's certified. He's been there. He's done that. If Pep says to Donnarumma, I want you playing false nine, Donnarumma wouldn't second guess it. You'd be
Yeah,
up there playing false nine.
yeah,
And you have that. And when you have that trust, when you have that blind, unadulterated trust, you just do it. And on the football pitch, that translates into seconds. Um, that translates to seconds on the pitch, which is a huge amount. 0.5 seconds more is a huge amount in football. That's 2 steps,
mm,
that's 2 yards on a player. You're going to be where you need to be at that point in time because in Pep's head, you're following those instructions straight away. Now you've got a manager coming in, and then in your head, you're thinking, oh, but I used to do this on the pet. I don't really know if that's gonna work, you know. And
yeah,
that's what you saw today.
yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
literally what I saw today.
yeah, yeah.
This is the worst that they've looked in terms of passing. I've seen
Oh,
passes go behind players. They're not where they're supposed to be. There's one pass between Cherky and Semenyo. Semenyo's
yes,
not making that run forward.
yeah,
Cherky passes behind him, and they're throwing up the arm because you can already tell they now they don't know where they're supposed to be in terms of how they're supposed to play. And I'm gonna say that I got growing pains, but I thought my initial thought was that they're gonna hit the ground running, new manager bounce.
mm,
They want to impress the new manager. But there was also the other side of it happening where it's gonna be like, okay, we know what we should be doing. You can't really come us and tell us anything. Same thing like you guys went through with Moyes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We were champions. We won the league. We won trebles. Like you're new coming in, you're telling us this. If it's anything opposite to what Pep was saying, it's going to be straight away. It's going to be in your head.
yeah,
I know better, and I know you. I know as professionals you shouldn't be thinking that way, but it's only natural.
yeah.
It's only natural. So a lot of these players without the shield of Pep are going to start looking very,
Ordinary.
very, yes,
Yeah.
very ordinary.
It's
Um,
yeah, and that's a problem when you look at because obviously with Pep Magic, because like when you see friggin' Usmanov, bro, I'm sorry, like, don't get me wrong, he looked half decent last season. I know, obviously, today he wasn't playing his natural position, but I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah, players like that, Nico O'Reilly, how he's gonna do in his second season after doing so well in his first season,
yeah,
Doku and how he looked in the second half of the season,
yeah,
Haaland and how he's going to look. And obviously, I know that these, again, the World Cup players need to get up to speed. They've got a new manager. They're going to have to try and bed in and try
mm.
and adjust to the new tactics. But as I said, I don't know how much time City fans are going to give Mascara. When
Neither do
you,
I. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, do they just be like, it is what it is, whatever happens this
I don't think
season?
they're going to have that because City have that Chelsea mentality where they want to win now. They're not gonna give him time if it goes badly. Obviously, if he was to finish second to you guys, then yeah, they'll probably get. But if he's finishing fourth or even God forbid fifth in his first season, I can't see the City fans giving him the time. And I think when you look at it, it's like yeah, David Moyes. David Moyes was never going to get the time. Obviously, I didn't want him. I said he should go to a big club, just not mine. Unfortunately, he came to mine. And yeah, you when you handpick somebody like Pep handpicked Mascara, like Fergie handpicked. Well, actually, we found out that he didn't actually handpick Moyes. It was
Mm.
Maureen. So the
Yeah,
thing was going to happen, but then Maureen
yeah.
said no. When you're handpicked and then it doesn't go well, yeah, I can't see how much time they're gonna get. And when you go and slap down 120 million on a Jordan Henderson regen, I, I, I look. In truth, you know me. I said it in the group chat. As soon as I saw 100 mil, I said, God forbid Man United get involved in a bidding war in Man City for this player because I don't rate him at all. I
Neither
I
do
think
I.
I think Wharton is clear of him
Yeah,
personally.
easy.
But 120 million, because people were getting onto him for England, and I said, look, it's his first international tournament. Like at that level, it's a high level. Like give him the benefit of the doubt. But the way how he was looking today, but it was a Man City as a collective, they were all bad. But if he doesn't hit the ground running, fam, it's
I
all of a
think
sudden looking like they wasted money.
I'm I'm the type of person where, look, Anderson, I've always said this, when it goes from going from a small club to a big club, you have to be you have to be wary. I saw him for Forest, and for Forest in a low block, winning the ball with people around you, driving up the field is different than being higher up the pitch, having to win the ball back early, having to spot danger a little bit quicker, having to play that pass and make decision making quicker. It's always a risk. The reason why Rice wasn't such a risk for West Ham is because Rice played in many systems where he literally done it all. He had a good peg on him. He went to a European Cup final and won with that pressure with West Ham. Rice is Rice. Rice is a lot more special. I know people say Anderson's more techie than Rice or whatever. I don't see that because Rice at a very early age was able to do it all. Um, Anderson's a different type of player, and he's only ever played in a low block.
Mm,
He's only ever played in a low block where he's that player. He looked out of position.
yeah,
He looked out of
he didn't know
position.
where to be. He didn't know where he
Yeah,
was supposed to be.
he didn't know where he was supposed to be, and he may pick that up, but it's going to take some time to play in a possession-based system.
Mm,
It's risky to go straight away to a possession-based system. Even when Rice came to us, we weren't even a possession-based team so much so. We we were counter-attacking a lot,
mm,
aggressively counter-attacking. So we transitioned slowly into a more possession-based side. Um, and Partey was our main possession person.
yeah.
If now Rodri's gone, there's now a lot of onus on Anderson to do what Rodri did.
Yeah, well, unless well, obviously a different type of player, but obviously we know the murmurs of Enzo Fernandez.
I,
Like honestly,
he's not the player either. I
he's
don't
not.
I don't know understand what people like. Maybe you can shed light on this Enzo
I
stuff because
no, I don't. I don't rate him like that. Like, look, he works hard and he works hard. He works. He works hard. Like, I don't rate Enzo like that at all. Like, I don't see. I don't see what people. Obviously, for Argentina, uh, look, I don't see it. I genuinely don't.
I don't.
And the thing is, we can't even ask cooking with Rash because he hates him.
Yeah,
So it's like I just know that he works hard and he can pop up with a goal every now and
yeah,
again. That
yeah,
I will say about him. But
hmm,
again, he's not the player. Elliot
yeah,
Anderson's gonna have to learn that Rodri role real quick if they put the money in for Enzo Fernandez. But even still,
mhm.
it's like you've got a young man. What's Elliot Anderson? 22, 20, 23?
Who?
Anderson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22, I think.
And
23.
he's gonna have to learn on the job with no pep and a Man City
Yeah,
side that are going through a transition. It's gonna be difficult. But it's gonna be difficult. But it's one of them ones, people, where we're gonna have to see with City.
yeah.
We're-
Sorry, that's the problem though. Yeah,
No, no, no
no,
worries.
you're correct. City's gonna wait and see. Other challenge, I said we talked about Chelsea. We're gonna
What do you
have
think
to
about
see.
Alonso? Sorry, what do you think about Alonso? Because I personally, I think if Mascara and City can't get it right, I think they're your next closest challengers.
I think he's got a lot to prove. I know he done amazing in Germany.
Yeah.
Um, that was a unicorn season, ridiculous. But you know me, I hate a three at the back. In the Premier League, I don't like three at the back in the Premier League. I think it's too easy to plan against. I know he's very fluid with his three at the back as he transitions straight away into four when he's on the ball. But I just believe that transition is going to get him caught out a few times. Three at the back hasn't worked since Conte in that season
Mm.
where he caught everyone by surprise. Again, that was a
And he
unicorn season.
changed it. Didn't he change it like 5, 6 games into the season when he went through at the
No,
back at Chelsea?
yeah,
Conte.
so
Yeah, yeah,
Conte went into a three at the back,
yeah.
which caught everyone by surprise. And that's how he won the league. But straight away next season, there's a reason why he flopped. There's a reason why a lot of three at the back managers since then have flopped because it's very hard to get right. Because what happens when you do three at the back? You are playing with, unless you've got the correct fullback, wing backs, you are playing with a lot of defense-minded players. So it's a lot slower, especially in when you're building up play, it's a lot slower. Um, and it's a lot of pressure on those full wing backs in terms of their fitness, in terms of their level, in terms of their engine. Um, it's a lot of energy that they need to expect. And I don't think he's got those wing backs. I don't rate Gusto that much. Left back.
He's
Who they
been
got a
using
left?
Pedro
Who got a left
Neto.
wing back?
He's been using Pedro Neto and some other guy. I don't know. It's not been Hato. He's been using Hato as the left centre back.
Yeah,
Um,
it's again, he's got a lot to prove. Him failing at Madrid, it didn't tell us anything. It didn't tell us anything. Any like when you go to Madrid, we know about Madrid, so it
yeah.
didn't really give us much information in terms of, you know, what he can do. So it's an unknown. It's a massive, massive unknown.
I,
Um,
I just
that's the one scary thing about Chelsea for me. They're the one team that can finish 10th one seed and pull it out of the bag in next season because that's the way they're built. So it is a massive unknown what's going to happen with Chelsea. So
I think the quality. I didn't obviously Morgan Rogers again. I personally wouldn't have paid the money, but I think that is an upgrade on what they had.
but
Morgan
when's he going to
Rogers.
play?
So he's playing in the three. So he was playing on. I know against AC Milan, it was him, and they played yesterday, I think, as well. I saw no, yeah, they played yesterday. Sorry, and
Yeah,
it was Saturday. So it was him, Pedro Neto, and Cole Palmer
Jackson.
as the front three.
Wasn't Jackson in the Jackson
Nah,
playing start as well?
he didn't start. Nah, he didn't start. He's
Jackson
trying.
started.
No, he wasn't in the squad. Yesterday when they
No,
played
not
yesterday.
no, not the last game. I'm talking about the game before. I
Oh, yeah,
can't.
game before, but yesterday it was
Yeah.
Rogers, João Pedro, and Cole Palmer. Apparently, I think Jackson and Liam Delap went in this. He's trying to get rid. He's
Oh
trying.
wow.
I don't. Fam, another thing, I was so grateful for Chelsea for taking Liam Delap because honestly, when we were being
Yeah.
linked with him, yeah, I could tell you right now I would have shot Ineos because
Yeah.
that guy is rubbish, bro. But yeah, I think I agree with. It pains me to say it because you know my hatred, but
Yeah.
I think one game a week with the quality, I think Javi Alonso's a good manager, and I think yeah, they could pull up trees and do something.
Yeah.
Um, but when we look at Liverpool, not enough. If truth, obviously Iraola stepping up, going to a bigger club. If they were to get a couple names in, where would you put them? Would they be a challenge? Because as we said, they've got the quality. Verts will be in his second season. Isak will be injury free. They would hope. Obviously, Sabolska was the only one that probably had a good season last season. Gravenberch and McAllister can't be any worse than what they were last season. We don't know what we're going to get from an older Van Dijk. Um, so yeah, I don't know. What do you think about in terms of Liverpool?
So Liverpool, I always said Liverpool season that they won the league, it was not, it was something that was an outlier. It was something that was just, it just happened. It just, everything fell right for them in terms of everyone else being so bad um, at that point in time. And yeah, yeah, so I didn't rate their players that highly anyway. When I mean they got quality, as in they've got decent players, they've got decent quality players. Again, they've got a lot to prove. Van Dijk is aging, what, 35 now?
Mm,
He's not looked the same last season. He's still a very good defender in terms of being able to organize his back four and be where he needs to be. Allison isn't the same Allison. Kirkes off one good season. How good is he really?
yeah,
Um, that new signing, I know Jaquet, I think he scored today, Jaquet.
yeah.
That come in. Looks pretty decent, looks good. He's gonna have to acclimatize to the league. Right back
Still
is
haven't sorted that. It's Bradley and it's
Frimpong.
Bradley and Frimpong.
I know
But
Bradley's still injured from that knee injury, so
oh, is he
he's not
still
gonna.
injured? Yeah, so it's
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even think Frimpong. They got someone else playing there.
Is it?
I can't remember who it was. I can look at it while, but yeah,
Yeah. So Frimpong, I just yeah. So Bossala is always going to be good. Gravenberch, I never rated in that position. I think he got away for murder in this previous season beforehand when they won the league because
really, I thought
teams
he
weren't
was really
attacking.
good.
Huh?
I thought he was really good.
With Gravenberch?
Yeah,
No, I think they
the
got
season
away
they
from
won
him.
it.
I think he got away for a lot, man, because teams weren't attacking them like they should have. They were scared of the counter attack. Like it's only last season where teams were actually attacking Liverpool and he was getting found out. I think I don't rate McAllister that highly. Verts just doesn't have the strength for this league just yet. Maybe he might surprise everybody, but I'm not impressed by Verts. I wasn't impressed by him with Germany. Out on the left, Rio. I'm putting Rio there because I don't rate Gakpo. Right side, they haven't even replaced Salah.
Yeah, which is another big thing.
So it's not like Ekatike is gonna come back after January. So I was like,
So they're relying on Isak.
yeah, they're literally relying on Isak to stay fit. Yeah, there's too much. There's too many things. Too many things have to happen. You know what it is? If a team like Liverpool were ready to take advantage of everyone else flopping in
Mm.
that season that they won it, they were ready to take advantage. Their players were just about enough in their prime, enough experience, enough good players to go out and there and win. There's too many things that need to happen for these other teams to hit the ground running all the way through to the end of the season. A lot of things need to happen for everything to just click. Injuries, players finding form, players suddenly becoming world class. Because it can happen. Gravenberch
Mm.
that season, I would say, was a world class that season.
Yeah,
Szoboszlai was on the way, amazing performances. Salah was world class that season. Van Dijk was world class that season. But as soon as you drop, it's hard to really get that back. So too many things have to happen for the likes of Liverpool to be up there.
and the new manager.
Yeah, new manager, Ariola, how's he going to handle the pressure? At Bournemouth, I keep on telling people, at Bournemouth, you can, at these teams, you can lose three, 4 games in a row, not win for ages. No one says anything. At Liverpool, you're losing one game. Ooh, that's thing. And then you got use back to back. Hey, the fans are on you. The fans are on you. Like social media is on you. It's not easy. It's not easy to come up and do this at the bigger teams. United, I think we should get into your team.
I don't think so.
Um, they haven't done enough. They haven't done enough.
I don't disagree. As I said, people, me and ST and I will have a United talk before the season starts. But
Mm.
I got a lot to say. But just as a brief, we ain't got nowhere near enough. I watched the friendly against AC Milan, and yes, I know obviously Amarim and blah 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 and this that and the other. I think what can I was saying to ST when I was talking about it yesterday, and I
Yeah,
said to him the thing that concerned me the most is Bruno came back in the team and we couldn't pass the football. And that was my takeaway. I watched the preseason when obviously Mason Mount, Fletcher, Xerxes, Andre Santos, and the one thing, the one constant in them friendlies is the way how we passed and retained the football. And then as
yeah.
soon as Bruno came in, we just couldn't keep it. And there's too many things that have gone wrong. Too easy to play against. We've gone back to the pointless press where our press doesn't work. Um, Too easy to play through, too easy to counter on. Luke Shaw still looking like a couch potato or a left back.
Mm.
There's just too much that is wrong with us for us to be putting in any form of title challenge. And as I said to ST, we could be playing conference league football, because I just don't see it from us. But that's you're 100% right, and we still need a left back and we still need a centre midfielder. If we're even going to compete just to be in the mix for top four, we're not challenging
Mm.
you lot. We're nowhere near that yet. But yeah, what about Spurs quickly before we wrap up? Because they've
Another
spent big.
unknown. Another unknown. They done what you guys done last season in terms of going big. We discussed it. Everyone's saying, "Oh, why they sold Jet Spence? Why have they sold Romero?" Because you can't just spend 230 something million without Europe and think that you're gonna be comfortable. Unfortunately, a lot of people think, "Oh, Spurs haven't. Spurs have spent more than us."
Mhm.
Yeah. Without the commercial return, I know the stadiums just generate a lot of money, but without the commercial return that we have, and without the without the successes, I know we finished second, but those second come with quite a high bit of money, prize money. Going far in the Champions League comes with, prize money. So they don't have that return to spend 230 plus mil without selling. So they were forced to sell Romero. It's not a choice, they're forced to
I think
suspend.
Ramiro was a bit of like, we need to move you on after obviously what happened at the end of last
No, yeah, yeah,
season.
yeah. They had to move
Yeah,
him on, but
yeah,
they had no choice. Like
yeah.
it suited them perfectly. They were gonna sell him regardless. If we
Mm.
even bet if we came with the 60 million, they probably would have sold him. Um, that's how much they need the money, and they've got strike up front. It don't matter how good your midfield is up front. I do not rate Solanke. I do not rate
Charlison.
uh what's his name, Richarlison. But there are strikers on the market. You would say Osimhen.
They can't afford his wages.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh, but they have changed their structure. They are, I think they're
Yeah,
paying
but
up to now even
Osman's
200
gonna be
plus.
like, for me to you come to you lot, you're gonna have to pay me 400 grand a week.
Yeah, that's true. Osimhen's a
Bro,
madman.
you know these
Well,
Nigerians, bro.
so yeah, so even that Tottenham are unknown, but there's a lot of things I still don't rate. I still don't rate the defense. I don't rate Van Heck like that. I don't rate Kinski like that. I don't rate Van de Ven like
Van
that.
der Ven. They got
James
someone else.
Sanchez.
There's another centre back. Who's the other centre back?
They've got that long throw person. What's his name? The black guy's got the long throw.
Who's that?
He's got that long throw. He plays for, I want to say Belgium.
Nah, they got someone else that we know.
Oh, what, signed this year?
Yeah. So they got Van Heck, but they signed another person that we know. But I can't, for the life of me, I cannot remember his name.
I know defense wise, they signed Van Heck, Robertson, and Senesi.
That's it, Senesi.
He's a right back though.
Played centre back for Bournemouth.
He plays right back.
Senesi was playing centre back for Bournemouth. He wasn't playing right back.
Unless he's not wanting to play thingy to play centre back. That's
Oh,
what they got a bad neck for.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so let's
But
see he's right
I
back.
know he was playing centre back for Bournemouth. I know he's playing centre back for Bournemouth.
Was I think he wasn't playing three at the back, was he?
Nah, but Senesi was playing centre back. 100% Senesi was
Yeah,
playing
you're
centre
right.
back.
He's playing centre back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where's he gonna play?
Bro, man's backup for a team that's not in Europe.
You know he's 29.
That's mad.
I didn't even know that.
That's
No
mad. I
wonder no
didn't
one
know
is
that.
after. No wonder no one's after him. He's 29.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah. Again, I don't think Tottenham have enough. I don't think they have I think they've got enough for a charge at Europe. Tonali, let's see. Let's
That
see.
signing pissed me off, but I understood why we couldn't do it. But Tonali's who I
Yeah.
wanted.
I would have gone all out for him. I think you save the money on Tillemans and Santos and just go
Yeah,
get
but
Tonali.
we need more bodies than just one. If we would have spent that 100 mil on Tonali, we wouldn't have been able to get anybody else in the midfield. That's the problem. As much as it burned me, I understood it because obviously people are talking about Champions League money. We don't get that Champions League money till next season. So
Yeah.
like right now, we are literally working with like bro, we're moving like we got a 9 to 5 job, and you're just going from paycheck to paycheck. That's how United are moving right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's mad. But truth before we wrap up,
Yeah.
first of all, relegation. Who you think's going down? And we didn't get to touch on obviously Coventry, Ipswich, and Hull, but do you think it's automatic that they're coming up and going straight back down, or do you
It's
see?
been it's been that way recently.
Apart from last season,
Last season was the
Leeds
only
and Sunderland stayed up.
yeah. Um I don't rate the sides that's come up. Lampard, you know what I think about Lampard.
Yeah,
He's done amazing at Coventry,
yeah, he
but
has.
that's his
That's
level.
his level.
Hull haven't done nowhere near enough. I barely don't think they spent anything. And who's the other team that
Ipswich,
came up?
Ipswich,
Ipswich.
but they
I
lost. They
thought,
lost. Kieran McKenna left in it.
yeah, Ipswich losing McKenna. That's going to hurt. I would have actually said that Ipswich have the best chance of staying up just because they were in the league 2 seasons ago
Yeah,
and they understand a bit more. But losing McKenna, yeah, that's gonna hurt them. I can see all three teams going down again because let's think about Tottenham are not gonna be that bad.
no, they can't
Um,
be.
Forest are not gonna be as bad with Glasner.
I hope so.
No, they won't be as bad. Who else was down there?
uh,
Palace were about 15th,
Leeds
competing
as
for
well.
Leeds have done good business.
Mm.
Leeds have done good business. Yeah, I can see. I don't see anyone else getting in a
Yeah,
relegation battle, to be honest.
yeah. I don't. I'm with you. I don't. See the three that have come up. I see them going straight back down.
Yeah,
Truth. All right. Your top six, six
six
from yeah, top six from six
or
to first.
five.
Top six. Just
Top
top six
six.
because we don't know if we're automatically getting 5 Champions League spots. So
No, we do. We got five. We got the fifth Champions League spot.
the season hasn't even started yet.
No, we got five Champions League spot.
No, yet now we do. But obviously, remember, it's from season to season. Obviously, due to the coefficient and all the
Oh
rest
yeah,
of it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah,
enough, fair enough. Um, I would say obviously Arsenal. I think we're gonna break 90 points this season. Um, Second, I'm going to put I'm gonna put Chelsea second. They'll have a good end to the season. Obviously, everyone else is gonna be tied in Europe and everything. So Chelsea second, Liverpool third, um, Man City fourth, Tottenham fifth. Based on business right now,
Yeah, yeah.
Tottenham Tottenham
Even
fifth,
though even though
and
people are
Man
gonna
United
cuss you
sixth.
about Liverpool because of the business they haven't done.
Huh? No,
So
but Liverpool are definitely they're going to do business. Um, yeah. No, yeah. Everyone from after second, you could just interchange. I'm not gonna lie. Even United, you could interchange because of all the many unknown factors. Do you think there's gonna be a surprise?
no, I think
Villa?
that uh, Villa are weak. Newcastle, we don't know, but they are weaker, but we don't know. I think the only team, I'm being honest, I think the only team that challenges the big six, probably Brighton, personally. I know they lost Welbeck and they lost a couple players, but I think I like Hertzler. I like the way how he plays. And I think just compared to everybody else, I just don't. And Sunderland, I know Sunderland, but
Yeah,
with
Europe.
Europe, oh yeah, but so are Brighton. Oh, it might just be one of them seasons where it's the big six.
So Forest,
Forest needs to get relegated.
no, like obviously barred the hate for Marinakis. Yeah.
Uh,
Forest
I
with
don't.
Glasner.
They could definitely do something in the cups.
Did they get what's his name? Sangakare or in the midfield to replace
I'm not
what's his
sure. I can't
name?
remember.
I
Cannot
know they got
remember.
Diamande from Sporting, which
Yeah, yeah,
is
yeah, yeah. Which is a good signing.
which is a good signing.
Which is a good signing. I
Wood
think they
should be
could.
back this season.
They could surprise because when you look at the lack of business from Palace, Brennan Johnson for Dwight McNeil, like, and you look at Newcastle are unknown, new manager, new players. Villa are weaker, but you take in the consideration the Emery factor.
Newcastle are lucky then in that sense. If you think about it, without no Europe, their players can afford to bed in and go under the radar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think it will be the big. I think it will just be the big six. I genuinely
Fair enough.
do.
I've seen that in ages actually.
Yeah, yeah. I think it might just be the big six this season.
Yeah.
Um, but people, listen, we're gonna wrap up there. It's been a good one. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Arsenal. Is it just a case of rinse and repeat? Are they repeating? Is the Champions League the next big thing? Who do you think that the new signing shot
Five.
fucking the quintuple, bro? Like, are they supposed to do the quintuple? If they don't, they see the truth has changed his tune. He's not saying Arteta out anymore. Arteta has convinced the truth. The truth is Arteta in. He said
For now.
even if Arteta finishes 16th, he said that he's still Arteta in.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah, let us know what you think about Arsenal. Is it just rinse and repeat? How well do you think that Arsenal are going to do? Do you think there's anyone going to be challengers? Who are the challengers going to be? Is it going to be Mascara and Man City? Is it going to be Xabi Alonso and Chelsea? Is it going to be Liverpool and Iraola? Is it going to be De Zerbi and Spurs? There's nobody else. Let us know what you think about the relegation battle. Is it going to be the three that have come up are going straight back down? And as the truth said, do you think there's going to be a surprise package, or will it just be a case of it being the big six for the? I think it hasn't been the big six in about the last 3 or 4 seasons.
I remember
So
last time.
it's crazy, but we want to hear
Mm.
from you. And as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say all the time, share, share, share. We are here, and don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. I want to say thank you very much for the truth, gracing us with his presence. Thank you very much, sir.
And I mean, next time you're gonna see me, I'm gonna be holding up 5 trophies, getting the 5 printed on my shirt.
People coming up. We'll be back. Mr. KA obviously will be having his say on Arsenal. This is coming to fucking Arsenal channel. Mr. KA will having his say on Arsenal and what he thinks is going to happen this season. Might be completely contradictory to the truth. You know, those two are complete opposites when it comes to being on this channel. And yes, I'll be back with ST at some point doing United Talk as we
No, no, I
continue.
need to hear some positivity with you, bro. I know
No,
your concerns haven't gone, but you got the Michael
I
Carrick
didn't
factor.
want him in the first place.
Sorry, Michael Carrick.
No, I didn't want him in the first place. So listen, people. Oh, and yes, Boxing Talk will be back as well at some point. I know we did it like 2 weeks early and a week early.
Yeah,
I want to apologize to the people actually because I thought Tio and Rowley was this weekend, but it's actually
yeah.
next weekend, and then the weekend after is Atama and Hergovic. So yeah, that will be back. Also, but people listen, stay safe out there, be safe, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.
Peace.